Hi, welcome to Chili Chatka. Well, when the lockdown started, I started making some recipes and posting them. My friends and family started asking me questions. We see you posting these recipes. Are you sure it's you who is making it? Because we don't get to see you on the video. So I thought today I will come on the video myself and have a little chit chat with you and then move on to the recipe. I want to take this opportunity to wish all my viewers, friends and family a very, very happy Easter. We are currently living real unprecedented times. The festivals that we used to celebrate with such pomp and flair have been celebrated in a fashion. Well, that doesn't mean that we cannot enjoy having the food that we love. That does not mean that we make the best recipes and enjoy it with our family. Yes, so for this occasion, I thought we should make modaks. Yes, I've been missing modaks that my friends used to share with me. So I thought today I will make modaks myself at home and share it with my family and share the recipe with you. So come along, let's make some traditional modaks. So let's start making modaks.
The ingredient list for modaks is not too long and it is very simple and basic. For the filling, you just need coconut and jaggery with some sesame seeds and poppy seeds and a little spices such as a bit of nutmeg powder and cardamom powder. And then for the dough, you'll require either rice flour or ragi flour based on whether you're looking for the taste or you're looking for a slim waist. So you can choose your choice of flour. So let's start with making the filling first. Heat ghee in a pan and add coconut gratings to the ghee and roast it well. Once your coconut gets roasted a bit, add jaggery and mix it well. The jaggery will start to melt and this will form a nice mixture. To this coconut jaggery mixture, add your chopped dry fruits, poppy seeds and sesame seeds and really mix well and see to that usually the coconut leaves a bit of water and hence the mixture will be a little liquidy. See to that you start evaporating this liquid a little by little and then don't keep the flame high, just keep it at a medium flame when you're cooking this entire filling. Then add a pinch of nutmeg and switch off the stove once the liquid is all dried, and to this mixture add a pinch of cardamom powder and mix it thoroughly well and see to that the liquid is completely dry. Do not overcook it because the filling can get hardened due to the jaggery. Remove the filling from the stove and keep it aside for cooling. Now let us make the dough for the modak. So heat about 1.5 cup of water in a saucepan and bring it to boiling. To this water add half a teaspoon of salt or salt as per your taste and 1 teaspoon of ghee and let it boil really well and then you can switch off the stove. And now you can remove about half of the water in a bowl and to the remaining water add the rice flour or the ragi flour, whichever flour you've chosen to make your modaks with, and mix it really well. And if it is a little dry, you can use the water that you have removed a little by little. Take care that it does not become very liquidy, otherwise you will not be able to get the right consistency. So once this has been mixed well, you can knead the dough with your hand. Be careful, this would be really hot. Or what you could do also is leave it for some time. Once it is has cooled down, you could knead the dough. So after that you can leave the flour to rest. So now you can see I had let this flour for rest and I've kneaded it well, and now you can see it's really firm. and thick. And so what I'll do is take about half that portion of the dough and start making small about lemon size balls out of this dough, and then nicely roll the small lemon size dough into nice round small balls, and start keeping them aside. So then many people who have the modak molds use the molds and use the dough and make the modak shape. But then I somehow I don't know whether it is that inner thing that I have to be a purist, or somewhere I just sometimes don't like using molds. I think it's nice to make these shapes in your own hands, and it also takes me back to those days when people really didn't have all these molds and other things, fancy stuff to make these designs. But I think sometimes being natural is just nice, and I love doing it that way. So what you do is now pick up each of these nicely shaped round balls, and then start flattening them out into a round, almost like small puris. You can see that since the dough has become really malleable in that sense, so you can really start flattening it out on your hand and palm itself. You can use some ghee so that the dough does not stick, and then you can start making small pleats at regular intervals. And once you have done this, I mean, please look at the video the way I'm doing it. And once this is done, you take a small portion of the filling and put it in the center. Maybe you could also just take it in your hand, make it into a small ball, and you don't have to be careful that you're not actually filling it with too much of the filling. And then start bringing the edges together and shape them into the modak. I mean, you see this is done. So you have those nice edges, and then your modak is ready. And so you follow this procedure for all the small dough balls that you have. So in about 1 cup of dough, you can get around 6 modaks, and if you've used 2 cups of flour, you can get around 12 modaks. So while in the ingredients I've said 2 cup of flour, I actually used 1 cup, because 1 cup I also made the ragi flour, so that I can actually show you how the ragi modaks look. This way you can make all the remaining modaks. Actually these have really coming out well. Just take care that the filling is not too much, and there is a chances at times that it breaks and the filling comes out. So if this happens, you can just press the dough around that area and close up the any kind of pufferage or a gap which is formed over there. So then make all the remaining ones, and you really don't have to worry if you don't get 1 or 2 modaks. Fine. I mean, with a little bit of practice, you should be able to get them and get the tactics or the to make it really well. Sometimes it also breaks this way, and you just have to rejoin the dough. And so once this is all made, you'll have to start getting your steamer ready. So if you have a steamer in the house, you can put some water in it and get it ready. So I do have a steamer, but my steamer is very big, so I'm going to show you a method how I am going to steam these modaks without a steamer. So in a pan I have taken water. On top of that I have actually placed a perforated dish. So on this perforated dish, I start placing all the modaks in a circular fashion. There is no certain pattern that you need to follow or anything. You just place your modaks around it, and then place a lid over it, and then you can steam them for about 10 minutes, and that should be good. So in meanwhile, let us make some ragi modaks. Here is the ragi dough that I make. I have followed the same process that I followed to make the rice dough. So again, you boil the water, and instead of rice flour, you add the ragi or this little millet flour. So once your flour is ready and you kneaded it, you can again start making tiny lemon shape balls out of this. And once all the balls are ready, again you start flattening them between your palms, and do apply some ghee to your hands. You could also apply oil, any of the oil, but I prefer ghee. And then you can again start flattening it out round like small puris with your hand itself. Since you have actually put this ragi in really hot boiling water and mixed it well and then knead it, it will not break, otherwise it usually breaks. So then again you start forming those the shape, and start designing the modaks in your hand. And here you see my modak breaks a little bit. So I pulled out a little bit of flour and made a small patch and rejoined it and started shaping it again. So this is how you could also start doing it for your modaks. So similarly, make all the modaks, and by then I think our rice modaks are steamed and ready. We shall take them out and place back the ragi modaks in the same steamer plate, and then steam them again for 10 minutes. So once it's steamed for 10 minutes, we can remove them out. They are all done and ready, and you can start putting them onto your plate. So what I did this time is I had some silver dust and some rose gold dust which I use for my fondant flowers and other things. So I thought just leaving the modaks as plain vanilla, why not jazz them up a little bit. So I just took the dust and started adding with the brush to the ragi modaks. I added the silver dust, and then to the rice modaks I added the rose gold dust. And you really don't have to do this. I just wanted to have a little bit of jazzy, shimmery, shiny modaks, and that's why I did this. So here your modaks are ready. I am happy. So hopefully you also enjoy watching this video.
Thank you for watching Chili Chatka again.
If you enjoyed watching the video, please do give a like, and also encourage by subscribing to the channel. Thank you.